Yo, YouTube, what up, though? What up, though? Your favorite podcast is back. Welcome back to another week of This Week in Culture YouTube edition. And y'all know what we here for, man. Paradise. Currently streaming on Hulu, man. I'm your host, Ant Wood, aka Trinidad, and aka one half of the culture and God on the pod. And when y'all hear that can crack, I mean your man back. And I got my brother with me, Jay. What up, though?
Yo, what up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, one half of the culture, one half of everything. And I know what you're thinking. Finally, my favorite podcast is spending time with me. What's popping?
Before we dive into Paradise, man, I want to thank all the listeners, all the subscribers, everybody rocking with us on the Patreon week to week. Salute to you, man. If you're not on the Patreon, patreon.com/ This Week in Culture. Follow us on all the socials at This Week in Culture as well. Bro, man, Paradise episode 6, whole different vibe, man. We got an action film out this motherfucker, dog. Turned this bitch into Die Hard, literally. A lot of things happened in this episode, man. First thing that I want to point out, man, before we dive into some of the specifics, we was right again. You know, how often can a podcast predict shit and just be right before people start saying, "Yo, that's the best podcast in the world, bro." Like we told y'all, Shorty was alive like 4 weeks ago.
Kind of guessed. I almost guessed specifically how the daughter got the iPad. Like she went over there on some I was going over there to play Wii type shit.
Game. Like I just want to play Nintendo Wii, bro. I wasn't here for all this. But then when I noticed some nefarious activity, and then I see the iPad laying in the bushes, I'm gonna get it because it seems important. But in reality, I'm not doing nothing shady over here, dog. This is what I normally do with Billy and an old girl, man, Jane. Jane, who, by the way, I need somebody to take her out. By the next episode, I need her out of here, bro. She on my nerves, bro. You already got my dog Billy Pace out of here. Now you about to do something nefarious with Lil Presley, which I don't like. In the heat of that moment, I know this was toward the end of the episode, but I got to ask you while I'm thinking about it. With everything that was happening at that moment, including the president's son up there giving his rousing, "They are lying to you" speech. Yeah. Yo, daddy just gave a "they are lying to you" speech. Do you think Presley would have been, she don't seem like she would have been so dumb to go off with old girl Jane, dog. Like, I felt like that was a little out of her character to this point.
So listen, nobody ever listened to the black man. You feel me? I mean, like my daughter won't listen to me when I tell her to go stay put. My wife won't listen to me when I tell her I don't want to go out of town. Like if you just listen to the black man, then most of your woman's problems would not exist. You feel me?
Come on now.
Mama wouldn't be wherever she at. Side note, I was looking for the cast so I can get the mother's name, but I know this person.
We for sure saw her in something else.
But when she was like younger, like at first I didn't notice that was her name because this is not like offensive because she kind of looked like she looks familiar. I'll just say that.
Oh, I got her name right here.
I couldn't figure out what show she used to be in.
So her name is Inuka Okuma, and let's look at her.
You know what?
You
know what? Let me. You
gonna pull it up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know her from.
So let's present in share screen.
Yeah.
Share window. Boom. All right, so let's go to Google. What's her name, or spell her name for me?
Enuka, and you should see it right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes, so, I know her for sure. So let's look at her Wikipedia and go down to her filmography. This is films. Oh, I think I just remembered it. I think she was on this police show.
Mm.
Uh, uh,
Rookie Blue.
yes, Rookie Blue. Yep.
Mm.
She was on 74 episodes. Yes, she's Rookie Blue. Oh, it used to be on ABC. I used to
No.
watch this show a lot. I think that was like in Canada or something, or it was definitely shot in Canada.
So it probably was in Canada because the show I'm familiar with her with or from is called Working Moms, which is a hilarious Canadian broadcast show. And it streams on Netflix after the season goes off. It'll go over to Netflix. So
Oh, and she born in Vancouver, British
yeah,
Columbia.
yeah.
So
So that makes sense. She's hilarious on Working Moms, and then it's dope that she had a role on a completely opposite type show on Rookie Blue. But I was so glad that we
she
got to
got like
see.
shot on Rookie Blue, like almost died.
Oh
But she
shit!
was definitely a police officer. I'm like, where do I know this on my face
Yeah,
from?
I was glad we got to see the mom this week. Not that it was gonna make or break anything we was doing, but I just it add a little like something to Xavier being like, yo, where the fuck, what happened to my wife? What happened to my wife? I hate this nigga. Like now that we get to see and hear her, see their relationship, like it gave a bit more to their dynamic.
Also, like because this show is so dependent upon flashbacks,
Yeah.
it was interesting that we hadn't seen a flashback with her yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also, they give you enough flashbacks right before we touch on it. Pause. So it's almost like when watching Power or something, they'd be like
Yeah.
previously on Power, and they'll show you something from like season 1, episode 2, and you in
Yeah.
season 5, like, oh shit, they about to talk about this thing.
Speaking of flashbacks, dog, I don't know. And again, this is a limited series. It's probably only going to be this one season, unless they your honor us and say the shit was so popular it forced us to do a season 2. But have we ever seen a show that used flashbacks this heavy? Like, well, never mind. This Is Us. That immediately when I asked that, I'm like, oh, Dan Fogelman. Like, this
That
is his style, bro.
what's the airplane show that would never go off on Netflix?
Oh, Manifest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every episode is a
it's a flashback. Yeah, yeah. It's
flashback.
but to that point, you look at Manifest, you look at This Is Us, and then obviously you look at Paradise. The way that they use in the flashbacks, way more effective in Paradise and This Is Us. Um, they're doing such a good job with the flashbacks. And I don't know if niggas peep, like every episode up until this one had been about a specific character, right? And like kind of centered around one person. Like that first one, oh, the president got murdered. It was really about Xavier and like his whole background. Then you got Sinatra. Then you got the therapist, Gabriella. Then you got the president, Cal. Now we get this one wasn't really about one person. Because now the cat's out the bag, bro.
Well,
So
it was a lot of Sinatra in this episode.
for sure, for sure. But I'm like, this one felt a little more.
I actually think it was more about Sinatra because you do realize you just a billionaire or a fake billionaire because there's no such thing down there.
Bro.
But like you not really in control. Like you're not a leader. You have the reins, but you're not actually a leader. So people don't follow you because they want to or because they fuck with you. They follow because you got this authority over them.
So I have written down, I'm about to read this word for word on how I wrote it in my notes. We don't know none of the fucking economy down there. Does money even matter?
Because like
Her being a billionaire does what to me when I'm down here in the cave? Like
no one has. Do people have jobs per se?
I mean,
I think everybody has like a
dog at the bar. You got them scientists. Like they have tasks.
Yeah,
everybody has tasks, but it's like
I have never seen no money exchange hands.
Low key, I want to go back and watch that Billy episode to see if they do anything with the bartender, like handing them a couple dollars or something. You're right.
Everybody probably got like credits on their wrists.
On the wrist. But even with that though, right? Like having the little wristband thing. Clearly, they using this to track y'all. We probably did put credits on there and yo ID, all that is on your wristband, cool. But in real life, we using it to track you. But it's like, how important can currency be right now? Yes, you needed to be a billionaire, Sinatra, to build this motherfucker. But now that we down here, what do it matter? It don't matter, dog. Like everybody got a car, a house. Like I feel like the building
Electric
of
cars,
the
by the way. It was
yeah,
some Mach E's in there, for a bunch of Mach E's.
and they had them. What's the truck? The Ravon.
Rivian.
Yeah, yeah. They was driving those when it was time to get all the rich people to their little
Because
cave
when you
when
think
shit.
about it, they're not using gasoline. Because where y'all gonna get oil
Where
and
you gonna
gas
get some
from?
oil?
Yeah.
Striking oil.
I mean, y'all are also in a mountain though.
Well, look, here's what I was about to say. Like, not striking oil underground is funny. Like,
Also, are they underground?
so I don't know if they underground or in a mountain.
Because they show like the surrounding or the and it was like I saw the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So
I
y'all
feel
like
like they might be like they might have dug out a mountain and then zipped that bitch out. Like,
yeah,
it looked like, if I remember the description for the next episode correctly, we might learn a little bit more about how they built that. And like what went into that.
we only got 3 episodes left.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, 2.
Shit, two. Yeah. Um, yo, what if they sneak 2 more in there and we get 10? Like, I won't be mad, dog. I'm really enjoying the show, bro.
But I mean, the way it's progressed, I feel like it's gonna end on a cliffhanger.
So clearly this episode shit hit the fan, right? Xavier and Sinatra are at each other neck openly. Like it ain't even we ain't hiding it no more. Episode 5 ended with Xavier kind of setting off the storm and putting they're lying to you up in the sky and then staring directly at Sinatra through the camera like, it's me, my nigga. I need you to know it's me, dog. Um, I don't see them recovering from this. Like, me and you can't have a good relationship when I know you killed my man. I accuse you of killing the president, and you basically told me, like, fuck off. I did it for a reason, dog. Like, our relationship is over down here, bro. One of us got to go back upstairs and unzip the thing and go out. Like,
So that's what I was getting to. Like Sinatra, I mean, you a tech person, right? And I'm sure you've gained influence or whatever, but you have no idea what you're doing down there. Like these guys is like tactical. Things are going awry, and she's having a meltdown. Like she doesn't know what to do. And like, how could you? All you know is, long as I get some leverage on you, I can make something happen to you.
Yep.
But like, I'm the wrong person to pull that with.
Yeah, real shit.
Unfortunately, because whatever you hold over my head, what if I say I don't care about it? Like you have no leverage on me then. Like so.
And also politically, right? Because we took essentially the same political structure we had up there and we brought it down here. Politically, you're not the president. Like, I need that VP who just became president to like, I get it. You just kind of you a
mayor,
face
nigga.
right now. Yeah.
At most you a mayor, nigga.
he a face the same way that Cal was really a face, because Cal had perceived power, which is what got him killed. But I'm like, to Xavier point, if I'm looking at Sinatra, you don't scare me the way you think you scare me, dog. Like, I was a Secret Serviceman up there.
No,
like,
I got a gun. Like that. Oh, fuck all the other shit.
Well, now
I got a gun. Once I got a gun,
I'm sure she do too. Let's use them. Let's see who better with this gun between me and you right now.
I don't think Sinatra got a gun.
I think she got a strap on her.
She would have had it.
Yeah, she should have had it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So old girl is a little too gun happy for me. Robinson, she like, ever since they mentioned it last week, she been turned on some like, yo, I just need to feel it in my hands. Like, oh, the weight of it. I'm like, yo, what you going? I get it. It's been 3 years since you had the strap on you, but
And when you
she
shoot every
still,
day, that's like saying that's like when a nigga ain't picked the basketball up in a minute. Like, yo,
yeah.
I need to feel like I need to feel the basketball. You feel me? I gotta get some shots up. I gotta, you know.
I'm just looking at her funny right now because, like Xavier told her last week, my circle of trust is still just me, nigga. Like, I don't. I think she on the right side of everything now, but I still don't 100% trust her. And she went and grabbed them guns, too goddamn enthused, nigga. I don't know. I got my eye on her.
I think her. I think she 100% on the squad, and I think all that shit went out the window when he figured out who actually killed the president. Before he
Yeah,
knew that Sinatra did it,
yeah,
he was thinking like, well, it could be you. But
yeah,
and you was like one. I know I didn't do it. And you was the last person I seen him with
yeah.
before the cameras went out. So, but I
So
think
what you think about what you think about their plan? Like, it seemed, well, first of all, what did you think their plan was?
what the plan was to force them to turn the power off, and which they did. And
Hmm.
then that's the reason, my opinion,
Yeah,
that's the reason why they did the flashbacks of the evacuation plan. Because I know when shit hit the fan, there's an evacuation plan to get the president, whoever in
yeah,
control, out. And I know what that evacuation plan is. So that flashback was a double entendre. We were showing you
yeah,
what happened before, and I'm also showing, and he was telling them, hey, you need to watch Die Hard because it teaches you what to do. And basically, dude was making the seem away, but he
yeah,
was doing something different. So he did that exact same plan. So the goal was to get them in that little room or the little safe house, and we have all the guns, we arrest them all, and it's over,
hmm,
right? And if it would have been over if it wasn't for that pesky, the pesky fucking shrink.
yeah, yeah. Yo, I if I had to pick a least valuable player this week, I gotta go with Gabriella, dog. Cause why you ain't hold it down, yo? Like, she, when they go to the diner, her and Xavier, and he gives her that metaphor about the cattle, right? Cattle being herded into. She was talking about, yo, we don't got no meat down here, but I don't even miss it. And it make me think about how we slaughter these niggas, right? We put them all in this small fucking space and basically walk them all to their damn death. And he was like, yo, I wonder if that's how Sinatra doing us right now, nigga. Like,
Yeah. Oh damn, I forgot we was getting comments in. My
oh
bad,
shit.
people.
Commenters, what up, though?
Yeah.
Robert, this episode was wild, bro. And that's on God. Peace, macho.
Oh, Xavier is Randall and Randall is Xavier for sure. No one has money. They
They just
just
got
had
the
those
break.
bracelets. Yeah, we
Yeah.
hit that. Um,
Fox. The kids never.
yes.
Well, look, kids is gonna be kids, bro. And they irritating as fuck. So I don't got nothing yet.
D. Scott, you was right. The president is now an alderman. It's like 25,000 people, fam. You not.
That's on God. That's on God. That nigga is running one district of Chicago right now, nigga.
Yeah.
Um, Robinson used to be a sniper in a past episode. Was she for sure acting like it, nigga? Cause god damn. She said, yo, I just that grip on that motherfucker. I was like, time out. You horny off the gun. Um, it was a flashback to the daughter project. Chew. Yeah, yeah. Blatant truth, blatant truth. You was in here last week dropping bars, dog.
You was. She
Appreciate you.
was.
Appreciate you. Um,
So,
the whole shit with Gabriella. So look, they like, yo, it's like fucking herding cattle, walking them to slaughter. That's exactly what Sinatra got us doing right now. She done put us in this little ass environment and she basically walking us to. Then I'm like, damn, he just kind of fucking explained the whole shit. But then when you see what he was actually telling her, I told you my plan. I'm
but I
about to
don't.
get all y'all.
Last time we really talked, all we said watch out for Billy.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say watch out for Sinatra. He said watch out for Billy. She gave that information, and she knows that everything is bugged or tapped. But like, I don't know that Sinatra had the president killed, right?
Yeah.
I can be suspicious of that, right? And you haven't been telling me what's been going on. And I also just found out I'm paranoid by default, but I just found out she got a camera in there watching us have sex, right?
And that's why I was pissed at her. Because if nothing else, she just told you I'm a whole ass nigga. And then
No,
you
no, no,
went
no.
right back and was her friend, dog.
It's not that I'm scared. Like you just told me that he's in the diner. He just checked in. So when I go to the diner, I know you watching the diner. You probably got a
Mhm.
camera on me. Probably got microphones on there. I can't go in there knowing you just sent me in there and say, "Hey, I'm really on your team and I want to get Sinatra." Nigga, Sinatra's listening. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm afraid. I can't.
Yeah. See, I felt like this was a good opportunity for her to realize not necessarily that Sinatra's watching her, Sinatra's watching Xavier. Like,
I'm saying, but I'm sitting right in front of Xavier.
yeah, yeah. And like
Or
when
she's also watching me too, because you have a video camera in my shower.
do you think Sinatra has any I'm gonna use the word, even though I hate the word, loyalty to her because of how she helped her navigate her son death and just
No.
kind of get around that.
Cutthroat. She'll kill her in a second.
So
She
that's
thinks
why
she
I'm
has
wondering.
lawyer. She thinks she Gabriella thinks that she has
Mhm.
loyalty to her. She was like, I picked you off the ground, I picked you up, and blah blah
Yeah,
blah. I might care about that shit.
and that's why I think she's stupid because you think that she is loyal to you for what you did. Fam, she ain't loyal to nobody, dog. That nigga Cal told Gabriella
But she
in the
also don't know
flashback
what type
last
of
week.
she don't know the type of evil shit that Sinatra has done though.
For sure, for
So
sure.
like she don't understand.
Cal told Gabriella everything she needed to know. Don't trust nobody but Xavier, nigga. He's the only person down here that I would put my trust in. Yeah, I might have been half wrong about Billy because Billy was under orders, but he wasn't
What's so
necessarily a shady nigga.
what's so crazy is when we actually saw what Cal talked to her about, nigga, I was in your office all a minute and a half, 2 minutes. I just
Hmm.
said, yo, if anything happened to me down there, this is the only person I trust.
Yeah,
Tell them to watch out for Billy because Billy is a dangerous man.
yeah,
Two facts. Billy was a dangerous man.
facts.
I found out that Billy went up there and killed them 4 people. Like Billy is a dangerous man for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But that was the extent of the conversation. When she positioned it to Randall while watching on the show,
Xavier.
it Randall, right? I mean, Xavier. uh, it appeared as if it was a deeper conversation than it was actually was.
It's funny now seeing hold on. I cursed Presley the fuck out for going with that Snow Devil. Yo, Ern, same, dog. Same. I was mad as fuck at Presley, dog. Like, yo, no shade. D Scott is funny as fuck. Um, that's really funny. Um, I think Sinatra's been saying she lost 2 kids because she's hiding her daughter because she doesn't want to, Yep, yep. Camila, we agree with that. I think we said that a couple weeks ago when we did the 1 through 4 review. Cause I'm pretty sure she's like, yo, the second anybody finds out that my other kid is up here and my husband, the leverage that people could have on me, it changes.
I've only seen her husband once, and that was in the bed.
Yeah, yeah.
We wasn't even
Husband
at the
be in the
funeral.
crib, bro. They know her and the husband and the daughter know not to come out the house. And she said this episode, my daughter's being homeschooled. So
I am surprised that there were so many people that knew about the guns.
you mean that went down there with Robinson or all the people who went down there after they took him?
No, when they was in a conference room when the new president said, "Yo, fuck all that. We need to be worried about somebody that breached the weapons," and everybody was like, "Who told everybody about the weapon?" Like everybody in that room knew about the weapons. 30 niggas can't keep a secret, dog.
I would like to know out of the 25,000, how many of them are like wealthy and powerful, right? Because those seem to be the wealthy, powerful people are the ones in the know. You think Sinatra, you think Cal Dad, you think all the motherfuckers who had a B behind their name seem to be the ones in the know. And then politically, I mean, Cal knew up to a certain level. You can imagine the VP probably knew way less than that. That nigga alderman right now. So I'm wondering how many people were really fully aware of everything going on down there, like top to bottom, all the clandestine missions and all that shit. Like, because it got to be.
The people in the White House.
But like Cal ain't even know certain shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's like what's the cabal down there, dog? Like,
it's probably Sinatra. So everything is compartmentalized, so no one knows what the other person knows.
yeah.
So Sinatra, his father who got dementia, so nobody on that side, and probably the people who work in the office.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you
It's
work in a department that handles some of that stuff, like all of the real shooters probably know, because I went up there and I shot and killed for you. But maybe how many people that know that there is life outside? It's probably 4 people tops.
Yeah. I'm guessing not too many people could put their palm on that iPad and unlock it. Like, that gotta be condensed to a handful of folks. Cause to your point, 30 people can't know this, nigga. Like, this gotta be condensed. Yeah, niggas might know about.
I'm surprised they knew about the weapons though.
Yeah, the weapons is critical because you know what? I think everybody who knew about the weapons were the people who were invited into the little like war room and shit at the end when they was like, yo, bring everybody into the panic room. Like, this shit
that's
going
the people
crazy.
who was at the little round table. I'm surprised all those people knew.
It is still a lot of people in the grand scheme because 25,000 ain't a lot of people. That's not a large population of folks. And for that many people, even though it's a fraction of the 25,000,
like
to know about them weapons, like this could go in the wrong hands and get wild.
Because at the very least, the Secret Service should have guns, and everybody should know the Secret Service has guns.
Fam, the head of the Secret Service didn't know the weapons existed. Like, Cal told her that. Cal knew.
Maybe the vice president knew.
Maybe the VP knew. Cal Daddy knew. I need to understand the rest of that round table and who all is in there and like what their position is. Or are you here because you also had billions? Like,
that billion shit don't matter though, man. Because like,
but that's the thing though. Did it matter? Was it a thing of, yo, we're rich enough to help develop this? Because like that 34 billion she had, ton of fucking money for sure.
Well, it matters then. Like, what does $34 billion get you now?
That's what I'm saying. Like, was it the billionaires who fucking helped build this shit who then get down there and like, okay, now you down here and you want
your family here, you're not dead, but like, nigga, I just
because everybody down there wasn't a billionaire. Like the fucking weird neighbor with the dog, he don't seem like he had them bills, nigga. He just seemed like a really bright whatever he do, right?
He works inside of that building.
Yeah,
he works for the. We need people though down here to keep society moving forward, right? So we need an engineer, we need a doctor, we need this, we need all these things. We need a coroner, right? And there's only like one coroner, right?
Yeah.
So like we just need all these different things. But like at the end of the world, I don't give like everybody on the same page. The person who is the quote unquote richest is the one who is controlling the resources. So when I have the access to power and water and food, that is the currency that we have because I don't gotta work. What you gonna cut the heat off? Nigga, it's the same temperature in here. Like,
I'm also wondering, like, how you get running water down there, clean water. Like, I would like to know a little bit more infrastructurally about how this is built.
Well water and like sump pumps and all the other shit.
I mean, clearly they had when we went outside the zipper, it was a whole fucking cave of stuff going on out there that looked a lot less developed. That's where the engineering was taking place. So I'm just curious about it, man. What you think when they cut the power off? Because they never did that. Never before has that power been shut off, and they weren't 100% sure they could turn it back on if they shut it off. But they had to, because otherwise, this nigga Xavier had a whole fucking speech up in them red lights, dog. What you think was gonna happen when they cut that power off, dog?
I mean, I figured they knew it was gonna come back on. They just didn't know how long it was gonna be off. But I thought what happened was gonna be what's happening. People gonna go into a panic,
Yeah,
re-traumatize. Whether they realize it or not, they left people again.
yeah,
And they just left their whole families up there and was getting away. And now I'm the elite of the elite. I'm the 1%, 1% of the 1%, and y'all still leaving me. I'm never gonna trust you.
It's the populace will continue to get smaller in an emergency. Nigga. Like when we all start seeing calamity and the world ending, even if the world is just now our 25,000, there's still gonna be a 1%. The 1% exists when it's 25,000. It exists when it's fucking 30 billion, nigga, or 300 billion. Like the 1% will always
be a
be the
class
1%,
system
bro.
or a caste system.
And that's why I think me trying to figure out like the currency, like okay, yeah, they doing anything off their wrist. They go to the grocery store. I remember them being in the store and they were scanning their wrist. But how are we classing this up, nigga?
We socialists over here, baby.
Mm-hmm.
we give everything out. We give you get your 1 square meal a day or whatever the case may be. Everybody get a house.
Yeah.
Everybody get their housing. Everybody get their clothing and whatever. And we ration it out, just like socialist China or somebody. Or shit, China's communist.
Socialist China is funny. But to that point, right? We all get the same shit. We got these nice cribs and these nice pre-built neighborhoods. Like everything's good. We all get food. Nobody down here is poor. Nobody's homeless. But the class system comes when this shit shuts down, and then cars pull up, nigga, because the cars took 40 people to this motherfucker, and the rest of you niggas was out in the streets, dog.
The caste system probably shows up like, why you got a 7-bedroom home, or why you get cheese fries every Friday and only give them cheese fries every month.
Yeah, it's very interesting, dog. Blatant truth. I'm trying to figure out how Sinatra knows everything, but Carl has had a whole dog for 3 years, but she could tell. I think the issue with Sinatra, she's so hyper focused on Xavier right now. Little shit like Carl having a dog, like I ain't even tripping off that. Like,
I mean, out of 25,000 people, I have a hit list or sensitive persons list who I need to keep my eye on.
mm-hmm.
People I can control, people I see who has a threat, who have influence to change others, people who are intelligent or possess physical abilities. I'm going to keep an eye on those people. And when I wanted to get closer to Xavier, I put a camera in front of his house. Right.
Yeah.
So now you moved up on the priority list. So I think that's what that's about. And old boy who just a IT person who worked in the sky. I don't think he ain't high on the priority list.
Yeah, and like he also worked directly for her. Like, hello, what name tag say? Oh, y'all move fast.
Yeah.
Hey man, name tag. We had to switch it up, bro. These Paradise joints. The show's so good, and it's one of them shows we noticed everybody is on. We couldn't be 3-4 days behind the 8 ball with them reviews, dog. Like this one got the streets hot, man. So we wanted to make sure the reviews was available immediately, yo. So yeah, we switched the day up. And I ain't gonna lie, it was nice to switch the day up a little bit. We've always switched our day based on the review and what we discussing. It was nice to switch it up and come knock this out on a Tuesday, man. Yo, going back to the wife for a minute, right? So we learn a little bit more about what she was doing when the event happened, right?
We learned more about her in
For
that
sure,
first
for sure.
issue with her, him at the school, because that was the catalyst for the whole episode.
Yeah, we start the episode out with them down at the school. Presley got in trouble at school for a project she worked on, and they got called down there. Excuse me, so they could go to the principal's office, man. Meanwhile, she got a trip coming up. She going back to Atlanta. We already knew she was a scientist.
Wait, but before that, like, so the Presley thing was to set up. I'm acting out, and
Hmm.
sometimes you got to cause chaos, because that's the only response. And that's when she told
Xavier, yeah,
Xavier that, and then that's what he did. This whole episode was him
yeah,
causing
yeah,
chaos because we can't talk, we can't
yeah.
figure
She
financial.
told him, "Yo, you the most calm person I know, but I would hate to be on the other side of that when you ain't calm no more, dog. When you finally let this shit go, because I'm gonna let it go every time. You don't move like that. You discipline, you super all that. You zen about everything. Cool. I'm gonna let that shit go. When you let it go, God bless whoever out there, man. And this episode, he let it go, dog. Like the cat is out the bag, my nigga. Like it's officially beef out in them streets with him and Xavier or him and Sinatra, dog. Like he came in her crib, he had the strap up. Like we don't go back to regular after this, dog. Like this shit is it's really up now, bro.
I wish
Um,
Xavier was a killer though,
and just popped her.
because all that talking and shit. I want to. I want to do all this talking.
You know what I thought about too? If he went in there and just popped her in her shit, like what happens to you if you commit any sort of fucking like we down here, bro? Like y'all gonna arrest me if I pop her? Where I'm gonna go? Did we build a jail?
Who gonna prove I popped her?
Come on,
Because
like
guns don't exist.
come on. Y'all gonna tell all these people that I shot her? Come on, because he could also pistol whipped her and killed her like Cal died, blunt force to the head, nigga.
He
Like
should have shot her, because if he would have shot her, he don't even know that she got his daughter yet. So
yeah,
now you
yeah.
can't. What you think? I know we was going somewhere else, but like, what exactly does Sinatra have on all these people to make them do what you want to do? I just don't get it. Because once I'm down here, I'm down here.
Yeah,
You could hold something over above my head until I got down here. But now, why am I kidnapping niggas' daughters and shit? Like,
I feel like to the point. You remember when she was talking to Billy, she told that nigga he was being paid handsomely to shoot motherfuckers, and it's like being paid for what though? Like
I
ain't nothing
thought
down here.
I think she was talking about like, don't get no conscience now when up top you was a paid mercenary. So you used to get paid to kill regular people.
But
But
like,
down here,
but
what
that's
am I
my
doing?
thing though. Like down here, even if you still paying, what you putting extra cheese fries on my wrist? Like you, nothing down here feels consequential enough that I have to bend to whatever you asking me to do, dog. Like, cause what you're not sending me back up. I mean, clearly you get niggas killed who don't do what you tell them to do. But I'm like, the people don't know that yet. The people don't know you a fucking killer. So it's just it's trippy to me that nobody is pushing back on her, dog. Like even again with Gabriella, you scared, sure, but why, nigga? You like the one nigga who is on her neck right now. Go to him and be like, yo, protect me from her, cause she. I don't like the way she came at me. I don't like the fact she watched me and you bone in the shower. Like this shit weird, bro. Like let me be on your side, Xavier, because she wild. And I want to be over here. Oh, what? And you got guns? I bet. I'm rolling with you, nigga. I'm rolling with Rockefeller, dog. Like, it don't make sense to me how she's scaring motherfuckers, dog. Like, I'm not scared of this old white lady who got billions in a place where currency don't fucking exist, man. We all got wristbands, nigga. What's
Currency
up?
don't exist no place in the world, even up top. Nigga, we ain't got no banking system up there, nigga. That
Come
shit don't
on, man.
count.
Come
It ain't
on,
it
dog.
ain't worth nothing, nigga. You see that? We did find out it was a fucking wave that came through.
That tsunami
Yeah.
busted DC ass, nigga. I told y'all that was the fucking
Well, also, if you listen to what they said, when he was like, I thought you was gonna give that, I thought it was gonna give us a warning. Oh,
yeah.
that was the warning. AKA the bomb got let off in the ocean probably somewhere and it pushed the water out here. We got to get the fuck on because that nuclear blast is coming shortly after it.
Said they sent 2 nuclear blasts to Atlanta. Yeah, why they wanted to get Atlanta out of here so bad? Well, CDC is in Atlanta. Some other governmental shit down in Atlanta. Tyler Perry's in Atlanta. I see why they came at Atlanta crazy. Like, yo, y'all get not 1 but 2
We
nuclear
don't need
blasts.
no niggas in dresses in the apocalypse, my nigga.
Nah.
Get Atlanta out of here. That's what he
They was
basically
like,
said.
they was like, Atlanta's getting the fuck on, dog. Xavier's wife had a trip going to Atlanta for work. She was being sent down there frequently leading up to the event, right? Did you notice how Cal said that though? He was like, "She going back to Atlanta for work?" Like, word. It was something in his tone that felt real. Like,
yo, she got a lot of fucking trips to Atlanta, my nigga.
Oh my nigga, like
I got that too. That's what I like. Damn, nigga, again.
Cause look, real niggas know that tone though. Like that tone is me trying to tell you, like, I hear what you saying, but do you hear what she's saying, nigga? Cause she keep telling you I'm going to Atlanta. She probably knows everything. She's tapped into the therapist's office, so she hears everything about everyone. I don't even.
Well, that too.
He probably the only one who didn't die. Him and Xavier wife, nigga. They down there roaming the streets together. Nigga. They all up and down Peachtree. Do you think she was cheating?
I hope not.
I'm gonna say no, just because that feels like such a dramatic angle to go. Like, and like if you was down there with your nigga when 2 nuclear blasts hit and you still alive, now I gotta up the strap on you.
You know what's so funny? This not the president's fault, my nigga.
So far, I'm not seeing his involvement, dog.
Like I told you specifically, yo, don't have
Atlanta.
I told you everything I could tell you. Then I guess we're gonna have to pick her up. So let me understand this, Xavier. While the world is actively being bombed and the world is about to go over, you want him to divert Air Force One to Atlanta Airport to pick up your wife, to find her, pick up your wife. Only her that's gonna get on there. She just gonna know to be on the tarmac. By the way, like, come on, man. Like, look, cut it out.
I'm gonna tell you right now, as a former resident and a frequent fucking visitor, you not just quickly getting through Hartsfield Jackson to pick up one person, dog.
Did we not? I mean, it's quite literally the busiest airport in the world, right?
Biggest hub, all that, dog.
But did we not also watch The Walking Dead and know that Atlanta is a horrible place for the for the end of the world?
When the world ends in Atlanta, just let it be ended, dog.
Yeah,
bro.
Like, you think that you're gonna take the president, Air Force One? You gonna tell whoever the pilot is, oh yo, we about to go pick up my man's wife. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga.
When the thing explodes the CDC, now all the shit is in Atlanta. Tell you where you don't want to be.
So, like, the promise that you think he made you was said, oh, I guess we'll have to go pick her up. You think that's the promise? That's why you hate him?
I meant that if your wife can be on Delta flight 345 within like 20 minutes, then she'll be straight. But if she can't make it, you're never getting through Hartsfield Jackson quickly, dog.
Also,
his wife probably was on a MARTA.
Let's say there's some military airport somewhere.
Yeah.
Niggas, they not letting your ass through.
Come on.
What you gonna tell them like what, they got a direct line to the, like, it's not possible, my nigga.
What's funny is you gonna walk through the military and get on a plane, but the military niggas not getting on the plane. Nah, you can't get through here. I'm holding your wrist. Sorry.
I think
You're
I
not
tried to
going.
give you a warning. I told you everything I could tell you. I told you I say this. Tell your wife, cut them trips off to fucking Atlanta.
Yeah. Yo, if she was cheating on Xavier and he been all distraught like this, woo, the world gonna end twice, nigga. Watch me send a third fucking nuclear
You
bomb.
don't think you should you don't so you don't think if you was Xavier,
Hmm.
would you pick up what the president was putting down? Wouldn't you pick that up?
I feel like normal niggas would have, but like he barely even picked up on like the humor Cal was dropping on him and shit. Like he
Humor is
too
one thing,
stoic, bro.
but you somebody who works in protection and you notice and you listen for a living, right? That wasn't the one. How you not understand that? He said, "I gotta know more details because my wife don't listen to me." Man up, nigga. Your
Man,
wife is gonna die.
man.
Like you don't think this important?
And he sat up there. He told her before she got in the fucking in the cab, the little Uber. He was like, "Yo, why don't you just stay back this trip?" She was like, you too late." No, bitch, you too late, nigga.
Right. All you
You
gotta say, listen
cannot.
up.
I'm on time, my nigga.
You'd be like, listen up. These are one of these situations where you can't question me on.
Yeah.
You know the type of work I do. You know who I work for. I have it on good authority that you should not fly today. You cannot share this with anybody else. I can't give you any information. You need to stay here and not leave. Don't ask
So
me about it. This is what needs to happen. I'm your husband. Trust me.
recently, it's been a lot of nefarious activity happening in the airlines, right? We seeing a lot of major airlines have some very public crashes, accidents, all kind of things are happening at major airports too, like Toronto International, Reagan. Like we seeing some real like stuff happen right now, right? Not necessarily anymore. I see you niggas online. Yo, in 2024, we had a million crash. Cool. I ain't hear about that many in a week, nigga. But
Seem like one every week though.
literally, so right now, I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was her and Shorty going to Atlanta. Ironically, they're gonna take a little trip, and I advised her give it a minute. Go like into March. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta go right now. Just give it about a month because right now flights is crazy. Things is happening. I ain't really trusting the air. And if she'd have told me, like, nah, we gonna get on a plane today, I'd have probably snatched her luggage and threw it down the fucking basement steps or some shit. Just be like, nah, you not going nowhere. Why Xavier ain't just get her bag and run back in the house? Like, nah, you not going. You done been to work too many times, bro. You ain't gotta go to work today in Atlanta. Skype, Zoom. They building a whole underground thing in a mountain, in a cave. You can Skype to work. You can Teams video. Like it's options, my nigga. You don't gotta go down there today. Sorry. Sorry. And if you cheating, sorry, you gonna have to cheat when the world not ending. Like, get back to dog. Text him later, nigga. We not doing all that, bro. I don't like that he ain't really boss up and just tell her probably not the best time to be traveling right now, yo. Like, sorry. Gotta collect your thoughts in the house. Send your boss an email. You not going. Because now you went down there and you got your ass trapped. Now, question for you. I know we've already predicted that she was still alive, but now that Sinatra said it, mainly because Sinatra's a fucking liar, I don't know that I believe it no more. Because now I just feel like you said it just to get this nigga to get the gun out the face.
No, he alive. She alive.
And I didn't love the way she was like, she's still alive and I can help you find her. What you mean help me? You know she alive or you don't. Like,
Well, I think Billy probably told her, or she was. I think she was one of the people that Billy seen. She might have been the person that they were trying to bring back.
facts.
That's what I mean. We kind of speculated that, but that's
Yeah,
what
we
I.
did say with the scientists that that might have been her. That they was saying, hey, we got one that we trying to bring back. And she was like, don't you bring that motherfucker down here. And the whole time it could have been Xavier's wife.
Yeah.
Who at that point, I mean, they wouldn't have said it because you'd have spoiled the fucking surprise. But um now I'm still trying to, and again, we predicted this. I'm like, man, what if she really was alive? What if Billy did confront her while he was up there?
I'll tell you the reason why I know she's alive. Because they used that particular actor to play the wife. You would have just got a random person. If
Yeah,
it's only 2 episodes left, right?
yeah.
If she's not about to play, like what other flashback can it be?
Now, with 2 episodes left, also wouldn't be shocked if she was dead for real, nigga. Like, nothing would surprise me if this is about to end in 2 episodes, right? If she alive, probably got to bring her back next week. Like, we need to see her.
I
Because
think
now
she doesn't get seen until the
to the
finale.
finale, I can see it. I can see it. I feel like that'll be a week too long. Because bringing her in and then like ending the show, I don't know. It'll have to be. I'm gonna need an hour 15.
Something it could be a longer one, but something to me, I don't know. I think there's enough attention on this show that they're going to seriously think about a season 2. I don't know that gets them one
Yeah,
because it's a limited series,
yeah,
but I don't know if they want to pass up the bag, but they would have to write a creative sequel. Well,
yeah,
you take down, okay, fine. You take down Sinatra. Well, what does leadership in this place looks like moving forward?
yeah.
Because is Xavier the new president now? You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
what does that look like? I will watch another season of that.
Oh, for sure. Because you think about the way that it's gone, and we could be looking at me and you watch Walking Dead. We also watched Fear of the Walking Dead, which was all the beginning back when Earth was Earth before it became a fucking post-apocalyptic ruin, right? We could be watching the beginning of this post-apocalyptic story, right? Because in reality, yo, you go down there, you got a limited amount of people down there. Life is perfect. We built y'all a perfect life. But if shit goes wrong and we find out that the people in charge are actually lying, not telling us everything, they not telling us that our families might have survived up top. Like, we don't know for real what's going on down here. She had to get them lemon pepper wet. Boy, hey, they said they heard someone speaking Creole, didn't they? Was that the wife?
Yes. Because
She
remember,
could speak
didn't he tell the president that she speak like a bunch of
a bunch
languages?
of languages, yeah. Yeah. Um, and she got Creole face.
Yeah, if she pop up in the finale, that'll be an amazing finale, dog.
Now, if she pop up in the finale, the wife is from Memphis, loving Elvis. So I didn't feel like that would be her only, or be her speaking only Creole. Um, oh yeah, I forgot she's from Memphis in the show.
Yeah, but I think didn't he say she speaks different languages? I feel like he said that. I could be mixing up with another show because I've been
Mm,
watching a bunch of shit.
yeah,
But I feel like I don't know. I could have made that up. But in my brain, I remember talking to somebody about somebody speaking multiple languages.
what you think about Jane? So Sinatra sent Jane to go find Xavier, right? Like, we looking for this nigga Xavier. I don't know where he at. Jane, go do your job. And then she texts Jane like, "You got Xavier?" Jane up in the store buying ice cream. Like, nah, can't find him. He cut his wrist off, like, or his little wristband off. She said, "I got another way though," and she was tracking the president's son. Are we expecting Xavier to walk to ATL?
So listen. So what you're saying is
Yeah, she tracking the president's son, but she wasn't tracking him. I'm tracking him to get to Presley because they also cut their wristbands off.
so Presley. You know there's something in the sky,
Come on.
right? And you know your father is involved because he has you and other people hiding in a secret location, and they cut the bracelets off of your wrists. You don't think that you should tell Jacob, that's his name, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That he should take the bracelet off?
Fam.
That don't cross your mind?
Fam. The minute that he said, "Yo, I'm about to have my granddaddy unlock this iPad for you so we can find out all the shady shit they doing down here." Then he went out and said, "Yo, I'm gonna stand on this truck and I'm gonna tell the whole fucking community what's going on, I'm pretty sure he would have been okay with cutting his wristband off, dog. Like, he seemed like he was in full rebel mode at that point.
But tell him to cut the wristband.
Tell him to cut the wristband off. We're being tracked, my nigga. My daddy made me and my brother cut ours off. He made the neighbor cut his off. Nobody that we fuck with right now is trackable.
Or it never crossed your mind to say, hey, we got a safe space. Come there with me.
Yeah. And yeah, go with your brother. Like, Presley out here bunny chasing, dog.
Now look, before we get too far, let's play. We got a voice note.
Oh, for sure. Camila, we about to play your voice note, homie. Oh wait,
hey y'all.
That wasn't Camila that left
so after watching this episode, I am definitely more confused than ever.
Can you hear it?
I'm pretty sure it's only going to get worse from here, but whatever. We're here for the chaos. So first thing is that painting that they showed. I looked it up, and it's a painting called Mosquito Nets by John Singer Sargent. I'm not a fine art expert, but I do think that it was very interesting that they really emphasized that painting and also talked about it. What I thought was really interesting was that painting is done by that artist who actually also painted Theodore Roosevelt's presidential portrait. So that was kind of interesting. We all know kind of the history behind Teddy Roosevelt. And the artist also lived in the White House during that time when he was trying to do the portrait. And then also there's another mosquito net painting, but this one has like one person in it. And that painting apparently is still in the White House today. So it's just interesting that they chose an artist that has ties to Teddy Roosevelt, who initially served as president for 6 months. I think it was like after President McKinley was assassinated or something, which is kind of similar to Cal taking over the world after it ended. Like, he was just thrown into this kind of alternative presidency that he didn't anticipate happening. So it's kind of an accidental presidency, same way it was for Teddy. But Flower in the Bookmark, I don't know what that was about. I didn't really look at it too much, didn't have time to go back, but there's something interesting about that because Presley, I think, said that it was also on the back of a landscaper's like jumpsuit or something. If it was even a landscaper, I don't know. That was very interesting. Curious to hear your thoughts on that. Now, Presley pissed me off because out of all the things that are happening with the chaos of this tablet, the president's son is basically blowing up everything, telling everybody about what's on the tablet, that they're being lied to. Right after the literal town, the world they live in, was rebooted, she thought this was the perfect moment to just run off to have some fucking ice cream with Jane. Like, ice cream? That convinced you? Like, you literally have a tablet that can give you more information about Atlanta and your mom, and you just decide to leave. That just baffled me, but I'm really hoping that maybe Xavier gave her some kind of heads up, some conversation that we didn't fully see yet, and this is all kind of a part of the plan and a setup that they knew was coming. But if it's not, girl, I need you to make better choices. But I also just really, really hope that she has secretly been trained by her dad. I would imagine so. Somebody who's an agent like Xavier, I would imagine, is going to train his daughter how to fight and like use weapons, whatever, all that stuff. So that hopefully when Jane does inevitably do some shady shit, Presley can take her down. I'm manifesting that, but I don't know what that's going to end up being like. Now, the president stuff, the more I think about it, the more I'm convinced that this wasn't actually a killing. It wasn't a homicide, and instead it was actually a suicide. Because if you think about it, Cal had the worst day ever the night before that happened. His dad didn't tell him he was proud of him. Robinson basically shut him down. Xavier was mad at him, and his son basically ghosted him for dinner. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe he tried to jump off the balcony. He failed. He hit his head on the balcony. And if it wasn't a suicide, maybe he was just drunk and fell and bumped his head and then tried to like crawl himself back into the room, but obviously couldn't make it. He bled out. But if he did try to jump, maybe Billy was still technically kind of doing his job, even though they turned the cameras off, walked in and saw him and kind of left it there and jumped off the balcony, and just didn't see the tablet on the ground. Because when Billy, in the pilot, when Billy was searching the perimeter of the property, Billy kind of pauses when he sees the bush that's all smushed, and he just stares at it. So to me, it looked like he was maybe remembering something, and like reminiscing on like maybe him jumping off and like recalling that moment, before the other agent snapped him out of it, and he was like, they don't tell me shit around here. But I don't know. Even with that, Sinatra, I feel like she didn't kill him. And I think when Xavier asked the question of like, no, I didn't kill him, or I think it was the therapist lady, she basically found out that happened and was like, well, that just did me a favor, because he was starting to open his mouth. So he just did us all a favor. I don't know, but whatever it is, I'm starting to really think that they're baiting us with this whole murder mystery thing, and we're really about to find out that the real twist is that really nobody killed him. He either committed suicide or he had a drunk moment, fell, hit his head, the tablet fell off the balcony, and that's how Presley found it. But I don't know. Curious to hear what you guys think. That's my rant. Peace out.
Camila, we appreciate you, fam.
Side
Great
note,
fucking voice note, by the way.
I couldn't hear none of it.
Word.
For whatever reason, I got the setup a little bit different. When I play the voice notes, when it's set up like that, you can hear them.
Can't hear it. but
Everybody else can hear them.
Everybody can hear it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Which
let
is
me
crazy.
give you the biggest theory that she had.
Okay.
Is that the twist is gonna be Cal didn't actually get murdered, but that he drunkenly fell, hit his head, and dropped the fucking iPad over the balcony into the bushes. Which I don't hate, by the way. Like, yo, reel us in with a murder mystery, and then
We saw who did the
twist at
murder.
the end. You said what?
We saw who did the murder.
The flower nigga, whoever
Yeah.
had that on. So she brought that up too. She said, this was actually great because I remembered this. She was like, you remember in episode 1 when Billy was like trying to keep it low that Cal was up there because they wasn't ready to say nothing yet. And then them 2 agents came down and was like, yo, is this really like a code red or whatever they said? And he was like, oh shit, they don't tell me nothing. So she brought up the fact, she was like, Billy kind of looked at that bush during that scene where the iPad was found and kind of stopped and stared at it for a minute.
Because it was a divot in the ground.
Yeah. So she was like, Billy looked at it like,
the person
he might have remembered. Yeah.
I assume that's when the person jumped over off the balcony and ran, because it was like, you can tell somebody ran that way.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see.
So my opinion in that particular case is,
okay,
the dude hit him on top of the head, took the iPad out of the safe or whatever, hopped over the joint with it, and it fell while he was running away. He probably thought he had it, and it dropped.
Yeah,
while he was running away.
I could see that. I don't hate the theory of Cal was. I don't hate the theory of Cal was drunk and just dropped the motherfucker and then got killed, and whoever killed him was looking for the iPad, couldn't find it because he dropped it over the damn balcony.
I mean, that is interesting because like Sinatra don't strike me as a person that got to hide the fact that I killed him, especially after you know already.
Yeah, and I appreciated how she told Xavier that, like, yo, I for sure killed Billy. Cal, that wasn't me. Now, I was probably going to if that nigga kept getting in my fucking business.
What if the daddy did it?
Kane? Ooh. That'd be a twist, dog.
But like, why was there a flower? Whoever had that, I don't know what that is on his back.
The symbol.
It's the same thing that he got on his wife's,
on that bookmark.
The bookmark that he got from his wife. So why would they be there late at night?
Yeah, because I'm like, one, I don't know what the bookmark thing like symbolizes, like what company that is or whatever the fuck. Two, I'm like, I mean, it's a flower, so could it be a gardener? But then if it's a gardener, why the fuck would that be a bookmark?
Oh, he's a night gardener.
Come on now. We've already been through this night gardener shit. If you watching Severance, you know we don't believe in no night gardeners, dog. Um, yeah, man. I'm curious to learn a little bit more. Remember, she stopped the DNA results for a reason.
Because the DNA results never made it to the lab.
Facts.
Now, is that because you're gonna find out that your daddy did the killing by mistake? Maybe that's why he's so sorry.
I'm also wondering for Sinatra's sake, if she just stopped the DNA results because they were trying to keep it low that he was murdered and they was running with this heart attack shit. Like, I don't even know if that was necessarily I'm being as shady as we know her to be. I think she might have just been trying to keep the panic.
But no, he didn't knock himself out because he wouldn't have wrote like X.
Oh, the pre,
yeah. He did too much with the blood.
Yeah.
He could have called for help, nigga, if that was the case.
Yo,
that would be wild. No, it'll be on tape. It'll be on tape. The iPad. So I get that they turned off every camera system. Because every camera system wasn't off for 4 hours. I think it was like just at the door to the president and like on Billy or whatever. But like there should be cameras outside.
Well, and we remember before the cameras went off, we saw a figure on the reflection of the TV come in the room, and then the cameras go off while Billy's asleep. Then they pop back up. Yo, what if it was the neighbor with the dog? Hey, I don't hate it. Because right now, it looks like we've gotten what we needed from the neighbor with the dog. Like, yo, I needed you to help me write the words. You work in the tower, the tech shit, all that. But nigga, yo, if you the neighbor.
Okay. So think about this. Think about that though.
I did the thing that you needed me to do, and then you helped me get away and hide.
Wait. Let's say it's the neighbor. Is that why Sinatra put a camera in front of the house? Maybe I suspect it was the neighbor.
Thinking he watching Xavier the whole time. I'm watching your little neighbor with the dog.
That you got your kids around, which I thought was spooky, by the way.
Now let's wild out now. What if it was the dog, nigga? Like, no, I actually don't hate that theory though.
What do you think Presley had James do? What was the cool shit that she had James do?
James, I don't know. James is so innocent. I feel like she might have just told him, like, yo, we playing hide and seek out this mug. Like, go down here to this cool little underground door and tell them it's James, nigga. Like, and you gonna get to see like another part of the world or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that she would have had him do anything that could have put him like too close to this shit.
I don't know.
I feel like she might have just sent him to the hiding spot. Like, hey,
I could have had you do something though, not in danger, but do something that ends up helping out in the future of some sort.
Yeah, or maybe she was like, shit, go down there and meet the neighbor and the dog. Like, you really love that dog?
What if he had his like, yo, go write this and put this shit so daddy can see it? Who knows?
Yeah. What if they display James and the giant peach up in the clouds, nigga? Like, bitches up. We outside, dog. What do you think Jane is finna do with Presley? Because she got her to go back. Dumb as it felt watching it, she got her to go back with her, dog.
Well, they friends. They play Wii. That's like Uncle Billy's. That's like your aunt. Yep. Like, there's nothing about her says bad guy. Shit. Yeah. Xavier want to help her, want to give her a gun. Like she don't already got one. But Robinson, like, nigga, that bitch ain't nothing. She's stupid.
Yeah. I feel like as much as I hated that Jane was able to come and get Presley to do what she wanted her to do and like move her up out of there that quickly, in my mind, something is telling me like Presley is gonna, I don't know. I want to say something's telling me she gonna figure this out. Like Jane is, because
Jane is
Jane
in the
don't have
iPad.
to let up her like
But
shit
Jane is
yet.
in the
Like the
iPad.
cover is there.
Jane is probably in the iPad. And what you really do. So she's gonna find out, but it's gonna be too late.
Yeah.
When she finds out.
Yeah. Yo, did the son still have the iPad when Jane came and got her? Was he still holding it? Or did Presley have it?
I can't remember.
Damn. I'm gonna need to go back and watch that. Because that could prove important too, man. Like, because if the son hears something about Jane on the iPad.
Because also, like, Presley, you can't like keep the iPad, my nigga. You got the information you was looking for. It's not yours.
That ain't yours. That's for your friend, huh?
Yeah.
Like, you got to get that off, dog.
So give it back to Jacob.
Dog, I'm mad that when they unlocked it, they didn't go straight to dad, man. The son did. Thank you, Camila. So he was still so maybe he gonna hear something about Jane and then realize Presley ran off, and then it's like, yo, I hope she ain't with Jane, dog. Like, think
about how stupid this is. I tell you, don't leave. I need you to hold up here.
Yeah.
Until I come back.
Yeah.
You immediately leave.
Yeah.
Then you see Jane and you about to go somewhere with Jane and eat ice cream.
Yeah.
Nigga, what?
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you should have taken her back to the safe place, which would still be bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah. She don't need to know where that's at.
Because then everybody's got.
Yeah.
But when I got a gun pointed at Sinatra, fuck what you talk about, Jane. Jane, if you do something to my daughter, I'm gonna kill Sinatra.
Yeah.
So stalemate.
I'm very curious, man. And here's the thing. I still believe, yes, the wife is alive. I do believe that. But again, I also don't trust shit Sinatra say. So let's imagine for a minute, yo, she just said the wife's still alive to buy her some time, right? What if she buying time till Jane send that text and say, I got his daughter, nigga. Like, we good. Like, she could be waiting it out, dog. I
would just say, well, don't shoot me because Jane got your daughter.
Yeah, yeah. And like, once she get that text that Jane got Presley, hey man, we back to square one on Xavier, dog. That gun don't mean shit to me right now. Cause now your daughter with a whole killer. Yo, that's the thing I'm waiting on, for Xavier to realize Jane killed Billy. I'm waiting on that reveal, nigga. Like, cause right now he still think, you remember when Robinson was like, yo, should we go get Jane? And nigga was like, man, she after that Billy thing, dog, she's so hurt. Like, she just really tore up right now, man. I'm like, nigga, she a stone cold killer, dog. Like, y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know, man.
I wonder who we think actually did the do on Billy, though. Because you think, like, she went into his house and gave him pills? Like, how would you do that?
Yeah. And if you think Sinatra did that directly, you still underestimating her power and, like, her reach. Like, if you think she went in there and killed that nigga, nah, you got to think beyond that, Xavier, dog. You
also got to think that if Sinatra has him do her biddings, then he got somebody else to do. Like, you got to think this one through, Secret Service, man.
Yeah. Like, you ever been playing like Taboo or the little game where you got the fucking iPad over your head and niggas be like right there on the word, dog. Like, you almost got it.
But you can't tell them, like,
come on, man.
Put a little rail on the case. TSA had this shit together. You feel me?
Hey, man. I really, really enjoyed this episode. Did you watch the trailer at the end for the next one? Let's just say it looks intense. Like they running with the action going into episode 7, dog. Like,
I can't remember if I watched it or not.
Yeah. So what's funny, this was the first time I watched it. Like, all the other episodes, I cut it off before it got to the fucking end of the the credits, man. And I didn't even realize till like episode 3 or 4 that they was even doing trailers. This week I watched it. It looked real good. And I'm very excited to see where we go these last couple episodes,
Well,
man.
next week is the penultimate episode. Then,
Yeah, man. It's time to turn this bitch up, dog. I'm very curious what we're gonna get. Also with the son, right? I think he gonna turn out to be the fucking or be a hero. Maybe she went with Jane so they didn't see that they had the tablet. That's a good theory too. Like, hey, if somebody come looking for you, you go off with them so I can still get my shit off. Do you think Jane is like Billy, doing what she's told, or that she's evil? I think she's evil.
and she's doing what she told.
Well, yeah, for sure that. But I think she's fucking evil. Um, Mainly because I feel like, you know, white women in a crisis, evil. Like white women, end of the world, evil. It just feel evil. It's got evil vibes all over it. Plus, she had the real sociopath look while she was sitting there eating the fucking cake and shit while that nigga was just dying. Like, that's some evil shit. This ain't just, yo, I killed the nigga because you told me. This is, I killed the nigga and I don't give a fuck about it. I'm about to go right back to work. Then I'm gonna do them little crocodile tears when I find his body,
Yeah,
even
that
though I
shit
left
right
his
there.
body there.
That's the kind of shit that get black men put in prison. You feel me? Crocodile tears.
Facts.
Shout out to the 83 people watching.
What up, gang?
72 of y'all are on my Twitter. So shout out to y'all.
What
But y'all
up,
see
gang?
that youtube.com/this week in culture scrolling. Do us a solid and subscribe to the YouTube. Try to get these YouTube numbers and shit up. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Paradise Reviews YouTube exclusive. We are here exclusively. Main pod, y'all already know what it is. Y'all can find us This Week in Culture anywhere you listen to podcasts. And then we got the Patreon, man. Join us.
We're about to record the Patreon episode for Severance season 2 episode 5.
Yep.
So if you listen to the Patreon and you haven't sent your voice note in, you'll get that done now, because as soon as we wrap this up, we about to hop on that one. That is
Yes,
not
sir.
it's not on YouTube.
Yo, man. 2 more episodes of Paradise left. I just want to salute Hulu for being awesome for creating this shit. This shit has been phenomenal. A welcome surprise during a very, very dry time, and not dry time in TV, but for the type of shit we review normally. All this shit is weird right now. Power weird, BMF weird, fucking everything's weird. The Shy is weird. I keep seeing updates on the Shy Instagram. I'm thinking they about to drop a date to release. They talking about Jacob Lattimore and Lynn Whitfield being nominated for Image Awards. I'm like, fam, I'm not.
Was the Image in 2024? Was the Image in 2023? Because I don't remember the shit being on last year.
Like, I don't need no NAACP Image Award right now.
Negro
I need a fucking release.
Coons and Possums.
Come on, man. Yo, y'all already know we will be back. We only got 2 weeks. I was about to say week after week. We only got one more after week. But we're gonna be here weekly for the Paradise Review. We will be reviewing these the day the episode drops. So make sure if you watch it, send a voice note. Did we review Cross season 1?
A little bit.
We talked about it. But Cross, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. Cross was ass cheeks to me, dog. It started off hot, had a spark when you started. Now you just garbage, man. Had the little old bug-eyed lady kidnapping niggas at the end.
We did like a half review.
It was like a semi-review.
Yeah.
And hold on, matter of fact, because I'm gonna tell you what episode number that was. Because not only did we do the semi-review, I think I even made that shit the cover of the fucking pod.
I think it did. I think
and
it
that's
was
what I'm going to look for right now. This goddamn pod cover. All right, give me 2 seconds.
Came in but like 2 months ago, maybe.
Oh, right here. Bam. Episode 428. Oh, that was that roast spit episode. Yo, that shit was funny. That shit
That's
was
a funny ass episode. Episode
Yo,
428, roast
that
spit.
was really fucking funny, dog. And if you're not from Detroit, you will never know why we laugh so hard at that joke, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo, episode 428, Blatant Truth. Check that one out. It is available right now wherever you listen to podcasts. That's all we got, folks. Paradise, season 1. Maybe there's gonna be a season 2, but right now, season 1, episode 6. Shit was great, man. See if they can rock this out for 2 more, dog. Thank you.
My dog hears us wrapping up, and he's gearing up like, oh, it's time for me to go outside. Like, this nigga gets on my nerves, dog.
Man,
he just knows we wrapping up. Like,
tell Umar Severance up next. Till next week, y'all. Paradise YouTube fam, we out. Peace.